Look at this driveway. A 10-year-old Toyota Camry. Dented bumper. Faded paint. The neighbors laugh at it. The neighbors also owe $47,000 on the two shiny black SUVs sitting in their own driveway. The man who owns the Camry has $2.4 million in investments and no debt. The neighbors have $12,000, negative net worth, and a monthly payment that never ends. This is stealth wealth. Thomas Stanley and William Danko documented this exact pattern in their 1996 book The Millionaire Next Door, based on 30 years of research interviewing over 500 millionaire households. Their single most repeated finding: the majority of American millionaires do not look wealthy. They drive older cars. They live in modest homes. They are the last person at the party you would suspect. In the next 10 minutes I will show you the 7 rules of stealth wealth, why looking poor is not humility but math, and how a stealth wealth family making a normal $95K household income quietly hits $1.5 million after 20 years. Stay till the end for rule number 7, and then the 3 lessons this whole video comes down to. There are 3 kinds of people the world calls rich, but only one is actually rich. Kind 1 is loud rich. The Instagram guy. The rented Lamborghini. The suit that costs more than his monthly rent. Loud rich is a costume. Underneath, most of loud rich is heavy debt and constant panic. Experian's 2023 Consumer Credit Review reported the average U.S. luxury car owner carries $46,000 in vehicle debt alone, and the delinquency rate on luxury auto loans hit a post-2008 high in Q4 2023. Kind 2 is inheritance rich. Real money, usually from parents or a business sale. The Federal Reserve's 2022 survey of consumer finances found only about 26% of top 1% net worth in America came from inheritance, meaning 74% of the wealthiest households built it themselves. Their spending is often visible because they never had to grind for it. Kind 3 is stealth rich. Built it themselves over 20 to 40 years. Almost invisible from the street. Drives an older car. Lives in a modest neighborhood. Wears the same jacket for a decade. This is the person who ends up with 2 to 5 million by age 60 without a viral moment. Stealth wealth is not a personality. It is a survival strategy. The more visible your money, the more people, taxes, lawsuits, and lifestyle drift come to eat it. Looking rich is the most expensive habit you can have. Every time you buy a status good, you pay 3 taxes at once. Tax 1 is the item itself. The $90,000 SUV that a $45,000 SUV would replace. Tax 2 is the lost investment. That extra $45,000, invested for 20 years at 8%, a return backed by Vanguard's 1928 to 2023 total stock market data, becomes about $209,000. You did not just spend $45,000. You spent $209,000 of your future self's retirement. Tax 3 is the lifestyle pull. Once the neighbors see the SUV, they expect the vacation. Once they see the vacation, they expect the kitchen renovation. Economists Robert Frank at Cornell and Juliet Shore at Boston College have studied this for 30 years and call it expenditure cascades. One visible upgrade in a neighborhood forces the next. Frank's 2020 book Under the Influence proves this quantitatively across U.S. zip codes. Stealth wealth avoids all 3 taxes on purpose. It is not about being cheap. It is refusing to pay tax on things that do not add to your actual life. People assume stealth wealth means suffering. It does not. A stealth wealth family in the U.S. making a normal $95,000 a year household income, the median dual earner U.S. household income per Census 2023, looks like this. Mortgage or rent, 22% of take home. Groceries and household, 12%. Transportation including insurance and gas, 10%. Utilities and insurance, 8%. Kids' activities, 5%. Guilt-free spending on hobbies and dining, 8%. Charity or giving, 5%. Investing and retirement, 30%. Completely normal life. 2-week family vacation once a year. Kids in sports. Grill on weekends. Nothing screams rich. But 30% of income invested year after year at an 8% long-run return, Bogle's number from the Little Book of Common Sense Investing, hits 1.5 million after 20 years and 3 million after 27, without anyone in the neighborhood knowing. The trick is not living smaller. The trick is not letting your fixed costs balloon just because your income went up. Stanley's follow-up book Stop Acting Rich, published in 2009, makes this exact point. Every raise the stealth wealth family got went straight to investments, not to a bigger house. Looking rich comes with hidden costs no financial planner puts on paper. You pay a family tax. Cousins call for money. Old friends need a loan. Sociologist Rachel Sherman documented this in her 2017 book Uneasy Street after interviewing 50 wealthy U.S. households. You pay a targeting tax. Insurance.com's 2023 rate analysis found luxury vehicle insurance in the U.S. averages 2.3 times the cost of an economy vehicle. Property tax on nicer homes in the same school district can run 2 to 3 times higher. You pay a lawsuit tax. The American Bar Association reports plaintiff attorneys explicitly filter by defendant visible assets. Stealth wealth is the cheapest lawsuit insurance you can buy. You pay a scam tax. The FTC's 2023 Consumer Sentinel report found scam contact rates were 40% higher in zip codes with median home values above $800,000. You pay a mental tax. The pressure of maintaining a rich look never goes away. The stealth wealthy pay none of these. That freedom is priceless. Here are the 7 rules the quietly wealthy live by, distilled from Stanley and Danko's Millionaire Next Door research plus 20 years of Bogleheads community writing. Rule 1. Never let your fixed costs rise with your income. Every raise goes to investments first, lifestyle second, and only if there is a specific reason. Rule 2. Buy the middle version of everything. Middle car, middle house, middle vacation. Consumer Reports 2023 reliability data shows middle-tier vehicles have the lowest cost per mile over 15 years, cheaper than both economy and luxury. Rule 3. Own the boring assets. Broad index funds. Rental property with real cash flow. A small paid-off business. No shiny sectors. No trending stocks. This is the Boglehead orthodoxy since 1975. Rule 4. Do your own math. Once a quarter, print your net worth on paper. Track it against last year. If it went down without paying down real debt, something is leaking. Rule 5. Say no to visible upgrades. Every offer to upgrade something visible is a request for a lifetime subscription. Say no once, save forever. Rule 6. Give quietly. When you do give, give without a photo. Loud giving invites the same targeting taxes as loud spending. Rule 7. Keep your money completely separate from your identity. Your net worth is not who you are. The car in your driveway is not who you are. The moment your money becomes your personality, the money starts leaking to defend that personality. Stealth wealthy people know their money is a tool, not a mirror. That single mental separation is why their wealth compounds for 40 years without leaking. Here is what you can do this week to start living stealth wealth. 1. Cancel one visible upgrade. The car. The house. The vacation. Push it 12 months. 2. Take one item off social media. Delete the status car, watch, or trip post. Not to hide, but to stop paying the visibility tax on it forever. 3. Move the money you would have spent visibly into an index fund the same day. Same day. No exceptions. Before we wrap up, here are the 3 lessons this whole video comes down to. Lesson 1. Every visible upgrade costs you 3 taxes at once: the item, the lost investment, and the lifestyle cascade. Only the rich-looking pay all 3. The stealth wealthy pay 0. Lesson 2. The math does not care about your income. A stealth wealth family on $95K beats a loud rich family on $220K over 20 years because investing rate crushes salary. Stanley's data has shown this for 30 years. Lesson 3. Money separated from identity compounds. Money tied to identity leaks. That is the whole difference between the Camry driver and the SUV neighbor. Same math, opposite outcome. The people who look rich are running out of runway. The people who look normal are quietly running the race. Which one do you want to be in 10 years? Drop your answer in the comments. Subscribe if you want the boring provable path. See you next week.